thing I'm going to do is I'm going to invite up everybody I know, and I only know a few people, but the guys I know who can answer these questions from Easybot, bring them here, sit them down, and then we can all ask them questions. And this is really important because one of the great things about working with the team, having a chat with the team, is that you realize just how transparent they are, how great they are at sharing information. There's none of that. There's no conspiracy of silence. There's no secrecy here. These are guys, and Mohammed's the sort of guy who's genuinely happy to help. And he has been doing that. So this is superb. Sir, make yourself comfortable. Don't go anywhere. I will bring you a microphone. The important thing is that you don't go anywhere because we have questions. Here. Microphone here. Can you help me move some microphones over there? Right. Now he's looking a bit lonesome. Oh, you've made yourself comfortable. Well done. Give Mohammed another round of applause. Now let's just leave him there and stare at him. No, listen, I promise you back up, and I'm going to get you back up, and we're going to put them right here. In no particular order, I think I'm going to invite up, let's invite up the Global Support National Sales Director for the Canadian region, for Canada, Peter Anthony. Are you there? Peter? Well done, sir. Choose a seat. Yeah, who else should we invite up? Because we've still got a couple of chairs left. How about Partner and National Sales Director for the US, David Charles? David, are you going to sit next to Canada, seeing as you're from the US, or do you want to go sit there? A bit of separation, fair. All right, so to introduce that bit of separation, now let's go global. Let's bring up the Global Sales Director for Easybot, Ken Chick. Mr. Ken Chick, also known as Coach, by the way. So we'll be calling him Coach, don't get confused. Do you want one of these?
I would like to bring one more person, if you allow me.
Absolutely, but where's he going to sit?
We have to get chairs for him.
All right, can we find a chair? Let's get one of those. We can only, I think at short notice, just get one of those black. Perfect. And we'll put it up right here or anywhere that they...
Yes, so let me announce the one that is going to come right now. We have Vineet Chhabra. He is the National Sales Director for India.
Vineet, coming up. Coming up, well done. This is what's called like a James Bond entrance, because until he showed up, we'd no idea where his plane was. It could have been over Ukraine for all we knew. Like, we just didn't know. But it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. And I'm going to nominate myself as the person who asks the questions. If any of you have questions, by the way, everybody on the live stream, if you have questions, please shout them out. We'll try and pick them up. Anybody here, hold up your hand. We'll try and include you in the conversation. But guys, listen, let's start with the really obvious stuff, right? Because I don't know how much detail you want to get into, but let's check out the name, Easybot. Easybot? Like, what's so easy about it? Why would you call it Easybot? Why not Superbot or Terminator Bot or, why Easybot? Hey, it's a question. It's a legit question. What, no one's thought of this before? You just...
Okay, can you hear me now? All right, so why Easybot? First, before I answer that question, I just have to say, I didn't want to let you be the only person to make a fashion statement here.
Oh yeah, I see that. We called each other up, coordinated our socks. Also coordinated our boxer shots, but, we're not going to talk about that.
So back to Easybot.
TMI, guys, all right. So no, but listen, don't change the subject. This name, Easybot. Where does it come from?
Mohammed just did a fantastic job of sharing his story and his experience and just kind of how we got to the point of developing a bot. I think it clearly wasn't something that just woke up one day and decided, let me create a bot. And so the question is then, well, what are some of the challenges that led us to this point of why we're creating this bot? And one of the major challenges that I think we've all experienced is that trading is hard. Bot trading was harder than we thought it was going to be, even though we had this amazing tool. And so really what Mohammed's strategy ultimately did, and I know it did it for me because I was also using the same bot that we've talked about here. And really the one thing that it gave me was an easier way to help people. And we knew that the one solution that people want when they get into cryptocurrency is they want it to be simple. They don't want it to be hard. And the reason why so many people are sitting on the sidelines and not investing and not trying to figure this out, you heard Gerard tell his story about seeing the opportunity over and over and over again. And many of you in the room and those of you listening to us on the live stream, you're not involved potentially because it's hard. So what a better way to introduce people to crypto than to give them a way that's easy. Hence.
No, I mean, good talk,
Easybot.
David. But I've discovered a flaw in this argument. Fine, so you're making it easy, but does that mean you're just making it totally simple? Is it just pure vanilla? I mean, what if I actually know a little bit about crypto? I mean, I might not, but what if there are people here like Harad, like Corey, like, you know, they've learned by now. They want to go a bit more advanced, but is the Easybot still completely easy? Or can it go a bit of advanced?
Compared to what and this is how it evolved into what we've created here, what Mohammed's created is, you know, what we were working with the other bot was bottlenecking everybody because we became customer support because there were a lot of moving parts with that other bot. For instance, okay, let's say you're coming in to trade with 10 grand. Well, what is your entry point? How much of that asset are you going to risk in order to not overextend yourself and get what happened to all of us, get stuck? And one of the things that Mohammed did is in the creation of the bot, when you go and you put your 10 grand in or how much you're going to put in, and that's the other thing, guys, you're not giving any money to us to trade for you. This is done in your own exchange through a simple API connection that the exchange provides, not us. And you choose trade only. It's very, very easy on that aspect of it. But once you have your 10,000 in the exchange and you connect the bot, what do? How do you figure out what your entry point's going to be? The solution is so simple with our bot. You just put it in. The bot tells you if you're going to overextend yourself. It tells you exactly how much to put on each coin or how many coins you want to trade with. Well, you start, and we'll give a suggestion, but if you overextend yourself, the bot's going to bring you a warning saying you don't want to trade with that much. If you do, you trade at your own risk. But to keep yourself in a safety net, so to speak, where your bot can, even with a 50 to 60% drop in the market, this bot will continue to make you money day in and day out. If you just follow what the bot suggests. And it's that simple.
Okay, but on that point, now I'm gonna pin you down on this, really. Fine, you do what the bot suggests, but can you change the parameters of the bot?
Well, yeah, let me address this. Basically, the way we made the bot or we created the bot is like for a newbie who doesn't know anything about crypto, for someone who really doesn't know how to trade, for someone who doesn't know what parameter means. So it's just a kind of set it and forget it for the newbie. If they choose, obviously they have the freedom to choose the built-in parameters or settings, which we believe is safe and can generate some good income. And David is going to show us kind of real result that we have experienced. And for the people, however, who are professional traders and they know what they are doing and they're actually active traders and they look at the chart and they trade, we give them also the chance to have many parameters that they can change, play around, and put their own strategy within it. So it's like a platform for someone who can create their own strategy from scratch.
For
that advanced functionality there.
I was going to say, for the pro trader, it's a dream come true. For the novice who's never traded before, it's a dream come true. This bot is going to meet the needs. And we all know the power of compound interest. We all know the power of trading. Some of the wealthiest people in the world today, the Warren Buffetts of the world, all made their money on compounding. And that's going to be another feature we'll talk about in a minute. But this makes it simple, so easy for somebody to initiate the bot, and the bot goes to work 24/7.
No, Coach, we're talking about this now because in the time that I've known you, right, and I've overheard a lot of conversations, you've brought up automatic compounding quite a few times. And I'm still not quite sure what that means. So tell us, what is this automatic compounding feature for Easybot? What does it mean?
We are going to be the first bot that I know of that has an auto compounding feature. Compound interest, Albert Einstein said, was the 8th wonder of the world. And that is when you take your investment, that investment grows, and then you reinvestment. And you have to learn how to speak when you're up here too. So you reinvest that principal into the investment, and it continues to grow and grow and grow, and then it begins to grow on a more rapid pace. It's amazing, guys. When you begin to understand compound interest, well, this bot is going to have a compounding feature where all you have to do is check a box, and the bot will compound with every trade that it takes for profit. And it only takes profitable trades. When you start to see the potential here, it is off the chain. A pro trader, it's going to give them their time freedom back. I traded full time with 13 screens in front of me, guys, and had my Bitcoin chart Chromecast into my bedroom at night. So as a pro trader, it will give them their time freedom back. And for the novice, both of them, all they have to do is hit the compound feature with every single trade that it takes for a profit. It will add that into the bottom line and add that to the next initial order. Now, prior to Easybot, what you would have to do is figure that out manually to add it to the percentages. So a lot of guys would do it maybe monthly because they could see the numbers clearly. Maybe some would do it after a week. But daily, we're talking a full-time job, okay? Not really, but it's just so much more time-consuming and to figure it out properly. This bot isn't going to figure it out monthly. It's not going to figure it out weekly. It's not even going to figure it out daily. It's going to figure it out every nanosecond that it takes a positive trade. And what we saw with the other bot and Mohammed helping everyone get back into positive trades, these bots will close trades some days multiple times, 6, 7, 10, 15 times. And each one of that will be compounded back into your next initial trade order. It's powerful, guys.
I mean, so anybody can jump in here, but Coach, maybe because you've taken this, you're talking about this and you're passionate about it, as we all should be. So, I mean, what I understand from this explanation is, right, you book a profit on a profitable trade, right? And the bot just picks up that profit and adds it back to the pot to trade again for the next profitable trade. Okay, now that's the upside, that is, and we can see the amplification. But what happens if you're not booking a profit on a trade?
Well, it will still trade for you, but the initial order is going to remain the same. It's not going to change.
Right.
Because for the built-in strategy, it's taking a percentage of the total amount. So the bot will understand that your total amount remains the same. If you trade with 10,000, for example, it will remain 10,000 forever, as long as it changes, as long as you did not change it. So once you change it, it will change the initial order. So what happens here is that, let's take an example, that you're trading with 10,000 and you made a profit of 1,000. So the next trade is going to be on 11,000.
11,000.
Yes, 11,000.
Yep, that's very cool, but while you have the microphone, and in fact, actually, guys, any one of you can jump in, and if there are not enough mics, just pass them along, because we're very anxious to hear from all of you. You brought this up briefly, and I'm glad that you did, because if you read the newspapers, you follow crypto in any way, shape, or form, I mean, the volatility is mad. It's mad. It's a joke, right? Like crypto can lose up to 50% of its volume and then bounce back. Now, you said that what our bot does is it deals with spot trades, so small differences quite rapidly. But how do you deal with the big volatility, like 50%? I mean, that's crazy.
Well, it depends from coin to coin. How the bot is programmed, it doesn't look at the chart, number one. It doesn't look at the news. It doesn't look at any feature. It looks only at the numbers. It's a number programmed bot. So, however, it's programmed in a way that if the market drops rapidly, it's not going to take any trade. It's going to wait for the market to start moving in a normal situation, like start moving up again, then start taking trades. So it's basically saving the money or reducing the risk. On the other hand, if the market moves up rapidly, it's not going to close the trade. It's going to wait for it to reach to the highest and then close the trade.
Okay, so it will wait for things to peak, or you can set the parameter yourself and say when it gets up to here. So.
Exactly.
Brilliant. And then you add those profits back into the pot if you want to. You know, my problem is that everything I throw at them, they're answering it like this. There's no challenge here. Yeah, get Peter in. Why, can we ask him something tricky?
Well, I just wanted to mention a couple of things that we've experienced over the last year with... Can you hear? Okay. Yeah, so over the last year, we've been through, you know, different projects, and we all started with MatBot. And one of the challenges was customer support, and everybody faced that issue, and we had no communication with the people that created the bot. And Gerard said it best today, one of the greatest gifts is giving up your time. And everyone on our leadership team, everyone that's part of our community has been giving up their time and without any reward back. And that's what makes our community, I mean, so incredible. We are here to help everybody get on board. And we all know what Breezy has done. And she's been absolutely incredible helping people. And we know what David does on day in and day out. And then what Coach did from the beginning, having those noon calls and keeping the community growing and getting stronger and stronger. And then Mohammed came along. He came along with these small accounts and helping people with lower funds to trade and showing them how to do that and how it can be profitable. You remember, Mohammed, you made these videos. I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, I watched his videos and I said, this is so important because we're helping people, you know, with lower funds in the bot. And it helped. It really did help. I watched his videos. And then he became more prominent in the community. And when we started the support calls, Breezy started coming in the room like, oh my God, who's this? He kept coming in the room, helping people get their bots set up. And then Mohammed came with the strategy to help people get unstuck. And it helped a lot of different accounts. And he took his time to give to people. And that's what it's all about, guys, giving time back to people for free. We're not looking for things in return because we are trying to help people gain the success that we know is going to happen. And with Easybot, this is a revolutionary bot, and it's going to take over the industry. And Mohammed's created a strategy where you don't even have to worry about daily stresses of up and down swings in the volatile market. The bot's just going to trade automatically. You don't have to worry about the stress of trading. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that point.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, on that note, you know, the topic is why is the name Eazy? And Peter just brought up another very, very good point. Even with a bot, there is going to be some level of customer service that's needed. And what we had experienced with the other bot, there was zero. So we basically became customer service. And I'll tell you, it was a little frustrating at times because, you know, it was a marketing company as well. Make no mistake about it. Easybot is also a marketing company. And we've got what we believe is the best product on the market globally. And we're going to introduce something that's going to be so special. It is going to change lives financially, guys. We're going to help people out of poverty that have been in poverty for generations. And they'll be able to use this bot for free. I'm not going to give all of that out. But the big part of that, though, guys, is the support that we're going to offer to help people get their bots set up, connected. Some people, they don't even know what an exchange is. How do you even start there? So all of that, we're going to have videos that's going to teach all. We didn't have anything. I mean, when I first started, I created this website just to help people get started to open up the bottleneck. And you know, one of the first persons that went through it from A to Z was Peter. And then David. And then David said, man, this stinks. I'm going to create something way better than this. And he did. He didn't say that. But he did. He created something so awesome with the 10X Crypto Traders brand and the training that he offered. All of that's going to be an Easybot now. And it's another reason why it is going to be easy. Because we have something, a support system to help the community. And you'll hear it over and over again. The leaders, all of us guys, there's no egos up here. We've laid our egos down years ago. And we want to serve and we want to help. And it's servant leadership. All of the leaders. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing. And it's an honor to have you
one
guys.
thing I want to pick up on here, Coach, and one of the things that struck me really, having spoken to all of you, is just how global all of this is, how international, how multicultural, how many languages, how many cultures. I mean, how are you getting Easybot to all these corners of the world? I mean, Mr. India, perhaps you'd like to pop in and tell us, how's it going? How are you getting this product into the world's second most populous country? Is it affiliate networks? Is it big billboards? I don't know. Tell me.
That's a great question. So I was selected to head up India. Actually, I live in Miami, but I'm Indian, of Indian descent, and I have deep roots in India. And I'm honored to represent India with this product because statistically, there are more crypto users in India than anywhere in the world. So already India is a very crypto-friendly country. And very recently, the laws were modified in India to basically legalize crypto. Just a few weeks ago, there was fear that if you traded crypto, you could be arrested and not even get bail. So I was a little bit nervous, like, do I really want to do this? But just,
They made that announcement, and Vineet called me. He said, they said that they're going to put people in jail for crypto. I said, just wait. Just wait.
And wait, did he ask for bail money then? Like, you have bail money?
I said, just wait. This is like the horse trade trying to stop the automobile. This is becoming a world currency, guys, and full adoption is coming right now. And I told Vineet, this was a month and a half, 2 months ago, I said, just wait. They're not going to be able to stop it. Within 2 months, they announced that they're going to make it a legal tender in India and tax it.
Tax it heavily, but
heavily,
yes,
but
at least it's legal.
It's happening. Full adoption's coming.
But like, say, for example, if I was interested, right, in, say, taking it to Tahiti or whatever, right, might want to be part of the winning movement, as it were. What do you guys run? Do you guys run affiliate networks? What do you do? Is it worth it?
Before we jump to this point, I just want to highlight something here. Just before we launch, or before we put this product or this service to everyone, I decided to test it on a group of people.
Okay.
Like bring in 35 people from all around the world. Like
right.
Some people from Caribbean, some people from the US, some people from Canada, some people from China. So some of these people are here. And some of them are not traders. One of them is Vineet.
All right.
So he was one of the testers, so he can share his experience with the bot results, as you are not trader and you're not technical.
So wait, to be clear, you're not a trader?
Not at all. I'm
cryptocurrency?
a marketing guy.
Right.
I know nothing about trading. I know very little about crypto, actually. I'm blessed because David invited me into the crypto world about 9 months ago, and I hesitantly joined. And I've never been happier. But yeah, as a non-trader, non-technical guy, I literally connected this bot to my Binance account, and I was up and running within 5 minutes. And I had to do nothing because the proven strategies that already work and already make you money are programmed into the bot. So you simply just connect your Binance account to this bot, and you click a button, and you're done. You're up and running, and you're making passive income from that moment. So the word easy is so appropriate.
Before we carry on, I just want to ask any of you wonderful people in this room and also online, if you have any questions, particularly in this room, hold up your hand if you've got a burning question. I'll put it to these guys as well. There is somebody there, so why not? Shall we take a question from the audience? I'm very intrigued. Will somebody please run a microphone over? Can we get a mic up there? Here, I'll run it down if I have to. Make it a difficult question, please, because I'm failing, so I'm hoping you'll have more luck. It'd be great if you could run a microphone through the audience. Thank you.
Good evening to the panel. My name's Roger. Mohammed, I'd like to say it's so wonderful to see you, and everything that everyone said about you is so true. I've known you for a long time. I'm so happy to see you up there. I'd also like to say, Dave Chappelle, it's good to see you too.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
Seen all of your comedian shows. I love them. My question is not even so much a question, but we hear this word, and I see this word easy. And I'll be very honest with you. I know a little bit about cryptocurrency, but I'm sure there are people in here that absolutely know nothing. What is a bot? What is Binance? Can we take it as basic as that so we can actually say, I know what Binance is, but probably not everybody else does, you know. So I want to hear it from explain to me like I'm a 9-year-old. That's what I want to hear.
I think that's a great question. Actually, let me double up on that and say, listen, you keep talking about, oh, it's easy, it's easy, it's easy. But I mean, do you have anything to show us?
Step by step.
Put something up on screen, show us the interface maybe, and then explain it to people as a 9-year-old.
Well, let me jump in before we go into the user interface, because I think that's an important question, and thank you for the shout out. I'll see you afterwards. But I do think that's an important question, that we understand exactly what we're talking about, because if it's going to be easy, what exactly are we doing, and what are we asking you to do, or what are you required to do? And so, you know, let's back up for a step and let's understand, regardless of what you know today about cryptocurrency, here's something that you might want to consider. There's an estimated 400,000 crypto users around the world today. In the summer of last year, there were about 200,000. And a year ago, there were about 100,000. And there's a research report that was done by Crypto.com that says we should have 1 billion users by the end of 2022. That's an increase of another 600,000 users. So from that standpoint, we know one thing. We know that there are a lot of people that are going to come into an industry that are going to need answers. They're looking for ways to do things in crypto that are profitable, that are safe. They've heard one of two stories. They've heard stories like what we've heard from some of our presenters earlier, where we've experienced crypto, but it's cost us. And that cost hurts because you feel embarrassed, you feel ashamed, you don't know who to ask for help. I think a lot of people, when we talk about crypto, you missed opportunities. Gerard talks about seeing crypto at under $1. We missed opportunities because you don't know who to ask for help. It seems hard, it seems difficult. And so we're not trying to solve all of this, but what we are doing is providing a solution for a world that is emerging into a financial system that we've never experienced before. We're at the beginning of it. And so what are we going to do to help these billion users over the course of the next year? Well, what we're going to do is give them a support system. We're going to give them a place where they can call home, and we're going to give them the tool that they can use confidently. We know they can use it confidently because the crypto that they buy never leaves their account. So where do you buy crypto? You buy it in an exchange. We use the word Binance. You mentioned Binance. So Binance is an exchange. It's the largest exchange in the world. It is one of the exchanges that we connect to. So you open an exchange account. You've got to have a way to be able to exchange your fiat currency, your national currency, into cryptocurrency. That's what an exchange does. And so now you've got your money in the exchange account. What are you going to do with it? And what most people do is that maybe they listen to their friends, or they listen to the news. They buy some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some Dogecoin, some Shiba because of whatever, and they hope for the best. Just hold on for dear life. Not really a winning strategy necessarily, but at least you're in the game. But oftentimes what you find is that it's frustrating because, as we've identified, the market goes up, the market goes down. And if you don't know this, the reason the market goes down and the reason we have market crashes, for the most part, is because people like you and me and everybody else here on this panel and in this room and listening to us on the live stream, we have this one fatal flaw as an investor: our emotions, right? So the market happens, Muhammad talks about bad news impacting the market. So bad news makes people afraid when there's fear or uncertainty or doubt. When you don't know what's happening and you don't know what's going to happen next, then you make rash decisions. You sell because maybe I'm going to lose everything. And so markets move up and down in major ways in cryptocurrency. And so that can be costly for somebody who isn't prepared to ride that wave. And on the flip side of that, we all know that there are huge opportunities in cryptocurrency. We've heard these stories of crypto millionaires, people becoming millionaires overnight, in days, months, weeks, number of years. Somewhere in the middle, the average person that gets into cryptocurrency should have a shot at success. So we're not here to promise you that we're going to make you crypto millionaires overnight. Some of you could be, if you get started. The question is, do you have a way to get started that will help you to trade crypto safely? Do you have a support system that when you have questions, that you might not know who to go to ask, and you may not trust the answer that it's coming from and where their interests lie. Do you have that? Well, that's what we're offering. We're offering a simple solution because we know there's a world that's emerging and going into this exploration of cryptocurrency. So open an exchange account, buy some coins, let Easybot trade it for you. You don't have to figure any of this out. You don't have to know how it works. We can get into the technicals and all of those kinds of things, and we will in just a little bit. But the beautiful thing about it is that you can get started right away. There's nothing easier than being able to subscribe to a piece of software that lets you start trading the very same day with the least bit of knowledge. I know I need an exchange account. I need to get crypto. I know I need to get my dollars into that exchange account, and I need to be able to connect this piece of software, Easybot, to that account.
David, if I knew that you were going to go into this much depth, I'd have charged each of these people here tickets, because you've just given a masterclass in what to do.
It's not too late.
Well, I mean, look, all of this sounds great. I mean, honestly, sounds great, sounds great, sounds great, sounds great. All of you brilliant people want to help the community. But I mean, why are we here? What are we doing? What's the next step? Yeah, there's Easybot, it's behind us. But where are we going from here?
Well, first of all, if I could say something, I think he's trying to get us to sell him to join Easybot. I think the questions are really coming from this gentleman here.
Well, I mean, it's more like, what's in it for me? I'm up here in a jacket, right? Like,
He's going to be our first customer.
The national director Tahiti.
Yes.
Yeah, make me an offer I can't refuse. Right. So, but yeah, like, I mean, but honestly, like, you know, we're all gathered here. There's lots of people outside. You gentlemen are all here. Where are we going from here?
Before that, because Roger have asked a really important question, I just want to readdress that. I know David have already gone through many details, but let's make it as simple as this. Let me explain my own experience.
Okay, but I'm just warning all of you guys that I'm going to try and take at least a couple more questions from the audience. So let's make a little bit of room for that as well.
So, how I got here. My ideas were not enough to create this bot. Yes, I had the trading strategy, but to apply it in real life, it was difficult. The bot that we were using was limited with parameters, so I had to have more parameters to be able to improve and get a better bot. Thanks to the investors, because without them, I would have not got the funds to be able to build this from scratch. On top of this, not only the investors, I have this team around me. I mean, each one of them is expert in a specific area. Vineet, he's expert in online marketing, and his team is the one built the logo. They are the ones made the user interface also for the bot. They made the marketing materials along with David, and we have Coach Ken. He is like many years he's been working in sales, so he's the best one to handle the sales director or the global sales director. On top of this, and the most important, we have Peter. Peter actually was investing his time, actually giving his time for free to people to help them set up their accounts. So the people who don't have experience, who don't have any prior knowledge about crypto trading, he and Breezy. So both of them were like working every day on the call without getting paid, helping the people, because they were working like customer service to that company. Now we have this team with us in Easybot.
Can I get them a round of applause? Because that's kind of cool. Well done. Like just giving back to the community. Speaking of the community, any burning questions that you want me to address on your behalf to these gentlemen here? Any big questions? Hold up your hands, I'll get a microphone to you. Any specific questions? You have one. Go on, ma'am, let's throw over a microphone to her. Okay, just gently lob it to her, in her general periphery.
Hello, everybody. We had a question in the streaming, and they wanted to know, why is this bot better than any of the other bots?
Why is this bot
Better than any of the bots out there.
because Mohammed designed it. No, seriously.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I mean, because you guys actually, and this is, Coach, you brought up the fact that you were trading with another bot initially. Yeah, you all were. And so why can't, what makes Easybot so, great bot?
Well, first of all, the design of this bot, that Mohammed put together, this bot can withstand up to a 60 to 70% drop in the market and still turn a profit. We're going to be talking about that in a few minutes, and that question will be answered. But the other thing is the auto compounding feature. There's no other bot that I know of that does that. And this does it not just daily, but it'll do it multiple times a day as the bot closes out trades multiple times. So that's another huge feature. There is something similar to a trailing stop, where as the market's going up, Mohammed explained a few minutes ago, if it's going up rapidly, it's not going to close out that trade immediately. It will follow the market moving, and when the market finds a resistance, it will, and resistance means it looks like it found the top of the mountain peak. Once it finds that, that's when the bot is going to close out the trades. The other bots did not do that. And when the market's dropping, it's not going to buy. The other bots that we used were buying, and using up all our USDT when the market was dropping very quickly. This bot is going to follow that down till it finds support. Support is the valley. And once it hits that support, that's when it's going to buy. Instead of using up all the USDT, it's going to be a way more profitable bot and a lot less risky, which is incredibly important. So
Absolutely, and I want to add, Breezy, to your question, why is this bot better than all the rest? Well, we have Breezy, guys. She's on board with us. And we're, as Gerard would say, we are all in, as a poker player would say, Gerard. We're all in. I'm fully invested. David is fully invested. Vineet. We are all in on this project, guys. And we got Breezy, and that's all we need to say.
Oh, that's super. Good.
You know, I think we've touched on this a couple of times, but it's really worth acknowledging that the reason that we're all here isn't just happenstance. Like, there's a genuine, honest journey that comes through everyone here wanting to serve a community of people and looking for a better solution than the one we had. And that's where we are today. All right, this Easybot, like I said, earlier, Mohammed didn't wake up one day and decide, let me build a bot.
But you guys pushed him towards it, right? The investors actually kind of pushed him towards it.
Well, absolutely. After it was clear that there was a need for a better solution, right? There's the problem of the market's hard. Trading in the market successfully is hard. And we had a solution, but it still had its flaws. And so helping people to overcome the flaws of the solution that was presented to us is really how Easybot was born. So I would chime in on the question of what makes Easybot better than every other bot. The fact that it's easy, literally a person can set it up and click a button, and in one click, have a strategy that's already been proven, tested, working for them to generate passive income. The fact that it works, results matter. I think that when we'll talk about results, we'll talk about how we can talk about what Easybot would have performed in the last year, even though we haven't even launched yet. We can give a snapshot of what we could expect in a market that was actually pretty tough last year. So results matter, and people matter. And what you've heard Peter talk about and what you've seen in our story of how we got here is that it's all really been about people. We have a community that supports our users. And so if you can find a better 1-2 combination, God bless you. That's what we have to offer, and I think it's going to be the absolute best thing going for cryptocurrency.
I think that's fairly powerful. Now, that's great. I love what everybody is saying, but you did promise that you would actually show us the user interface. Right, so I'm going to hold you to that. But first, I am cognizant that, there are a lot of people on the live stream as well, and I want to keep the time sort of in check. There is a question.
2 more questions.
Well, if there are 2 more questions, we're going to take the both of them. Please make them really difficult. Challenge these people. You'd better not be a fan of Mohammed, is all I'm saying, because everybody here just likes Mohammed a whole lot.
Hi, my name is Adnan. I just wanted to ask you, that every business organization, they open the business for profits. So what will be the profit percentage charged by each of the transactions that will occur whenever any transaction is made? Like instead, like you got my point, like every transaction which will be done through our bot will be, there will be fuel charges for that. So what will be the percentage the Easybot will be charging for each transaction?
Aha, they've got you because now they're asking what profit you guys are keeping. fees. It's all about the money, right? Go on, Mohammed.
Well, that's a great question. Any business that's being made, obviously, it's made to make profit. Investors have invested to make profit. I mean, we're investing the time also to make profit, but we don't make profit unless the user makes profit. This is the difference.
So if Adnan makes profit, you make profit.
Exactly.
What's the split he was asking?
So now we have packages. We have made this available to everyone. There is someone who have like just $500, somebody have $500,000. So they shouldn't be treated equally. Like the one who have like $500 or $600 would pay nothing to lease the bot. He can take it for free, or she can take it for free, but they would only pay us fees when they make profit. We call it service fees. But that's not chargeable. They pay it only once they make profit. And to be precise, it's 30% of the profit. Like, let's say you started trading and you started making profit, you made $10, we take $3.
And if your bot loses me money, will you give me back that money?
It doesn't go and lose.
It doesn't lose. There we go. Now we have. Oh, is that a follow-up question? All right, go on. Do you have a microphone, sir?
Just for my review, that 30% is a lot of money because some of the other bots are charging like 20%. So is that higher than the other bots? That's what my question. Yes, we make profit. When we make profit, then you take the profit out of that. But is it 30%? Because it's too high.
That's a great question. So it's 30% for the free membership, where you can trade only 2 coins. But if you go for the next package, which is $250 a year, that reduces to 20%. So you get a 10% discount. And yes, I know you're comparing to other bots. That's fine. But we have to think on business in a different way. I mean, that's what I learned in the past. We have to look at what we're gaining, not at what we're giving to others. Like, let's say, for example, we go to somewhere and I get like a Mercedes car. I'm satisfied with that. But I should not look at that person who's getting like Ferrari. Mercedes is good for me, for my life, for my lifestyle, it's fine. But I should not say, no, I don't want this because that guy has Ferrari. You got it? So look at the profit that you're making. You are saying it's too much, but look at it from different perspective. You're not paying anything unless you make profit. That, first of all, should make you kind of confident on the system. That's how we're confident. Because we are okay if everyone comes in as free. We're more than happy. Because we know that the bot is going to create profit to everyone.
But also, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but one of the reasons, the frustrations that you had with previous bots was that there was no support infrastructure, right? So maybe they were only taking 20%, but they were just giving you a piece of code in exchange for it. Whereas I believe that for Easybot, there's huge plans to build this big community infrastructure and offer that support and run those tutorials and do all of that.
I think there's some intangibles, and it's really a good question. And of course, there are a lot of different bots and companies that will have different business models and structures. For a situation where, Easybot is designed for somebody that's looking for a specific type of solution. If you're a hands-on trader and you already have a solution that you're confident with, that you're paying less in fees, then by all means, God bless you, use that solution. But what we know is that the vast majority of people in crypto don't have that solution. They don't have a way to passively and consistently make profit in crypto without ever being in a position where that tool or that software or a person is going to lose them money. There's the intangible value of
there is
that
intangible
confidence
value, yeah.
and the support system.
Yeah, fair play.
And
now,
the one
Corey,
thing I
talk
would
to us about the
add-
question situation. We've got one there.
We have one more question, but Mohammed, I asked Mohammed about this, and this might serve you a little bit. So as an investor, I wanted to know, how do we help other people? I do some work in Haiti, and I know quite a few people in Mexico that don't have the means to do anything. And this is where the giving piece that you're speaking about, Mohammed, yes, the percentage is higher, but the goal is not to keep them at the 30%, right? The goal is to get them in where it's something that they can afford. And then as the bot makes money for them, then we would move them into one of the other programs, then I don't know if I'm saying the right
upgrade, they would
words, but-
upgrade at that point. Now, the other
And
thing
that takes
too
the
is,
commission back down to the 20. And then the service levels, I don't know if you've had a chance to work with Breezy and the team, but they've saved me on multiple occasions.
I think
So
the other
just
side
add-
of this too is if somebody doesn't understand the time consumption of trading, day trading. They don't understand that even at 30%, I would have given 30% for a bot to do that work for me, to give me my time freedom back so I could spend that with my family. 30% is very fair at a free version. And the upgrade at 250, you know, somebody, I think you were just saying about, you know, you can drive a Volkswagen or you could drive a Lamborghini. You know, our old bot, that's like a Volkswagen. And it's valued at that, you know. Ours is a little bit more expensive. It's not a whole lot more expensive, but it's definitely a Lamborghini. And I don't know about you, but I'd much rather drive a Lamborghini than a Volkswagen. Anybody else agree with that in the house? You
Yeah,
want to drive
that makes sense.
a Volkswagen or a Lamborghini? So the two, it's $100 more for the novice version. People will give the right arm for what this bot will give them for $100 more.
I mean, I think the point that you guys are making that's amazing is that there is no substitute for time. And, you know, your own time needs to be valued. We have a question there, which I'm very anxious to take because you've been waiting for a while, sir. Please go on.
Hello, everyone. I hope all you are well. First of all, I would like to give thanks, Mr. Mahabub, to invite me here. So I have a couple of questions. Hope you are all guys address this question. And the first question is, bad thing is I have used a couple of bots, but ultimate result is very, very bad. So my first question is, can you show us some gaining results of during using your bot and a couple of days or a couple of weeks? And what percentage can give every week or every month from using your bot? And last thing is it possible to implement this bot in any other market like Forex or stocks? Why I'm saying that? Because when market is dry, there is no volume. How your bot is working? So thanks for inviting me here, and I'm waiting for the answers.
So you've got 3 questions in one. Go for it, gentlemen.
That was
you.
like
That
a
was a
plant,
good
Mohammed.
question. So the first one about the results, showing actual result of this bot. Let me stand because this is very important. If
Do
you
you
are a
wanna come stand
trader,
here?
you would know that last year was one of the worst years in the crypto trading, especially between the 1st of January until mid of the year, like around June, where the market drops. Specifically, the Bitcoin dropped from 64,000 up to 28,000, which is more than 50%, around, to be precise, around 56%. So what we did is that we used the built-in strategy, we used Easybot, and we traded backward. We backtested. That was just finished yesterday. I knew the result, but I wanted actually to try it myself so that the team would be also confident. We asked the IT guys to start trading, to get the data from Binance. Binance is the exchange, Roger. So they get the data from the market, a real data, the market data from 1st of January until, to be precise, what was that, David? Till
End of June.
until end of June. So end of June was the bottom of the market. It was like the 28 for the Bitcoin, and the beginning of the year was the high. So the result that we got, David will share it now, but that's real data. That's from the market. If this bot could work during that worst time, then obviously you can imagine what kind of result you can get it in the future when the market is going up. So we're going to show real numbers on that to show exactly if you've had Easybot trading for you at that time when we all got stuck, and thanks for that because that helped me to build the bot. So you will see how much profit you could have made, and you will be surprised. And now David is going to show that. I think this is the right time, David.
Actually, in the interest of time, because we have a few more things that we want to cover, and this could get really detail-oriented. So I'll tell you the answer, and if you're genuinely interested in seeing the results, if that's okay with you, we can do that after this presentation or in another time. We'll definitely go into these details. Backtesting is such a powerful tool because what it does is it tells us how a piece of software that hasn't even been publicly launched yet, how it might have performed in an experience had you seen this presentation a year ago. Had we sat in this room a year ago and presented Easybot and you decided, yeah, I'll give it a try, what experience could you have had? And so the question I'm going to pose to all of you that are here and those of you who are listening is, do you have a vehicle that could consistently earn profit for you at a rate between 5, 10, 15, 20% a month? Let's take the low end. Do you have a vehicle that could consistently provide a rate of return at around 5% a month for you? And most people, that's a 60% annual return, by the way, and most people don't. Now, our backtesting results, they're actually still happening as we speak. There's a lot of data. I think, Mohammed, you said it was over 4 million points of data so far, and we're not even a tenth of the way through of all the testing that we intend to do. That testing so far tells us that even in a really, really difficult market, if you guys aren't familiar with the crypto markets, last year, the first part of the year, we saw this incredible rise. Bitcoin hit all-time highs. Some of the other coins did as well, and then they fell off a cliff. We had over a 50% decline. And what we've seen in our backtesting is that Easybot will have consistently produced at least a 5% return, even considering that significant drop in the market. So most people don't have a vehicle that can produce that kind of return, much less do it in a market that is having that kind of drop. So there's more data to come there, but that's a really, really strong position that we get to stand on and say, obviously we don't have this live in the market, but we have the technology. And here's just one important piece of that data point, and that is the back testing that we're doing can read in the market. We have something called candles, which basically is the movement of the market by a period of time. And the smallest period of time that we could get in the back testing is a minute. So a lot of things can happen in 60 seconds, especially in a crypto market. But that's the smallest period of time that we could get. So these results that we've seen coins that have done as high as 12% average monthly return in the first half of the year. That's based on data that's on a minute-long candle. And Easybot is designed to look at the market, respond to the market, make buys and sell decisions every single second. So what we know internally is that the performance that we've seen in our back testing likely far supersedes real-world experience because of how quickly and how often Easybot's looking at the market.
Now, guys, I'm going to move us along, but before that, I think our online audience also want to contribute, and a couple of questions have come in. Let's choose one. Let's make it a zinger, and have the guys answer this.
So the question from online is, what is the affiliate program, and do we have an affiliate program?
Do you have an affiliate program? And what is it?
Great question. That is the program that's really going to take us globally, very quickly, actually. Not only do we have an affiliate program, we have now 25 national directors, and each one of them are incredibly professional builders. And in this space, guys, the type of sales marketing that we decided to go with was something that everybody could win with. The question on how much the bot was taking, it's not taking a penny actually, it's voluntary that we give the bot when it finds us these trades, 20% if it's a paid version, 30% if it's a free version. Well, out of that, 80+% is given back to the field. And you know, the thing about compounding, you can compound two ways. You can compound with money, compound interest, and you can compound with people. And one of the things that I've learned along my journey in life in this space is people are way more valuable than money. The relationships that you build are way more valuable than any money that you can earn. And if you can get that in your head, that it's the love and the support that you give to people, the humble service that you give to people, your teams will grow. And you're going to get there with this bot alone. If your goal is to become financially free, this bot will take you there. But if you want to get there quickly, we got the Lamborghini of comp plans that'll get you there a lot quicker if you'll build a team through the affiliate program. And we're going to look at that in more detail later. But guys, we have a phenomenal comp plan. Matter of fact, the bots we were using, the comp plans had challenges. One of them being a rug pull. Once you built a team, anyone that you introduced to cut up to you, you'd lose 95% of your income. And I submitted to Asia a comp plan change, but we never heard back from them. And again, we weren't planning on starting a bot. This all came naturally. It's amazing how all these pieces, I never received so much for doing so little, guys, in my life. This thing has come together just naturally. We didn't work. And by the way, it's never work when you love what you're doing. You don't work a day in your life. So what we want to do is help you guys learn how to time leverage through the bot and through the affiliate program. We're going to teach you how to do that. It's very exciting. That's all I have to say.
I'm very glad on that, and that's, yeah, mic drop, just ram that there. We don't have to take that. Two things. I need to execute a maneuver where I make room on the stage, so I'm going to ask all you gentlemen to please stand up and move forward. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, and a huge round of applause for all of you, and those of you waiting online. I'm going to ask each of you to make a closing statement, but from here, because I want those chairs to go away to make room for other stuff. Also, Mohammed, I don't know if you recognize this. What is this? Your laptop. And why was it brought up? Because I think you've got something to show us. So give us your closing, one by one, and then show us that UI that you've been promising us.
Hey, I want to touch on one thing that Coach just said in case you guys didn't understand the power of what he just said. The bot charges a fee every time it makes the user money. If the user doesn't make money, the bot doesn't make any money. But here's the most amazing part. The bot is getting 20% of the profit it makes you. That 20%, 80% of that 20% is being paid back to the affiliates for referring this bot to other people. So just think about that for a second. 80% of all the revenue that comes into this company is going right back to us for introducing more people to the bot, and it's free. There's nothing more amazing than this opportunity in the world. What got me involved here is not the crypto part or not the trading part, because I knew nothing about either, but it was the affiliate program. I've been doing affiliate programs my whole life, and I can tell you guys from my heart, there is not a more amazing opportunity to make money and help people in the world than this program, period. Thank you.
Awesome. I just wanted to add a couple things. You know, what makes this an amazing project is the people that we meet. And we met the people from Mexico here. We got Bangladesh represented by Mahbub and his friends over on the other table over there. We have Oman. It is, and UAE with Saeed, there you are. We are represented all over the world. And everywhere we go, we're gonna have someone to meet, which makes it absolutely amazing. Met the people from Dubai that's hosting the event here at the door. I mean, this is absolutely incredible that we can reach out to everybody and get to know each other, and that's what makes it so special here. And it's not about the money, guys. It's about the relationships, and that's what Coach always says. That's what we're all about. Okay, guys. We wanted to make everyone feel welcome, and you know we're here to support. And I'm going to be heading up the support. I want to make sure that every country gets that support they need. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Super. Great thoughts, great conversation. Well done.
We've said so much today, and hopefully the point that we've driven home for those of you who are here and listen to us all over the world is that there's an opportunity in crypto. If you're uncertain about it, if you're afraid to get involved, if you don't know who to ask when you need help, you have a team here of people who genuinely care about each other, who have had a journey of supporting one another and supporting a community of people just like you. And we intentionally call this Easybot. A bot is an automated piece of software that works for you in the background. So it doesn't matter what your level of experience is. You can do it easy or you can do it hard. We prefer easy. And we like it profitable. And so we have an amazing compensation plan, affiliate program if you decide to share it with others. So I want to talk about what happens next, because we've had an amazing event. Thank you so much for everybody that's been here. But what happens next? In the next couple of weeks, the team is going to finish up all of the programming in the background, and we are preparing for a full-scale launch in the middle of March. And so before we leave the stage today, we're actually going to start that countdown timer to when we are able to fully launch. Now, what happens today? So you're not going to leave empty-handed. What happens today is you'll have an opportunity to sign up for a position. Everybody's going to start with a free account. So before you leave here today, grab a free account. Now, how that happens is the person that invited you here is going to get an affiliate link. So you might not actually be able to do it before you leave the room. It's okay. But everybody's going to go back to the person that invited you here. Somehow you got to this room, somebody invited you. Somehow you got to this live stream, somebody invited you. That person is going to give you their sign-up link. Every single person that creates an account for Easybot, whether it's free or paid, is going to get a link to share with others. That's how we're going to grow this company. We're going to do it by serving people, helping them have a great experience and making profit. And if you decide that you want to do that, we've made that easy for you as well. So your opportunity tonight is to get a sign-up link from the person that invited you. If they're not able to give it to you tonight before you leave the room, don't panic, but just follow up with them. And please, 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 keep an eye out for more information as we get ready to launch in the middle of March, where you'll actually be able to start trading in live accounts. Thank you so much.
Cool.
As we began to form, yes, thank you. As we began to talk about how to take this globally, Mohammed came up with a phenomenal strategy that I've never heard of before. Him being a networker as well, he said, let's create a position for national directors that they would ensure that they would support their communities. One thing in networking, sometimes as a leader, you'll get other people from other teams that are coming to your calls and they're looking for support, and there's no financial benefit to helping them for that leader. We've all experienced that. Those that are great leaders will serve anyone, no matter if there's a financial motivation for that or not. But this has always been a challenge. And when Mohammed came up with this strategy, and he said, you know what, Ken, why don't we set a goal of having 25 national directors before our launch? And today, we've got over 25 national directors. We just picked up the UK, from what I understand. We're going to have an interview with that gentleman tomorrow. But guys, I have never been a part of a launch that was in 25 countries prior to opening, and we're going to open in 20 days. You guys have a rare opportunity right now, because we've created something called the Founders Club. And everybody that comes in right now and qualifies for the Founders Club, and I don't know if we're going to talk about that now or not, but I don't have the screen. I slept today. I don't know what happened. I had jet lag and I just couldn't wake up. But anyways, the Founders Club, guys, you just come in for free and then you can upgrade later, but it's becoming what we call a super affiliate, and all you have to do to qualify to become a super affiliate is bring in 3 people and help those 3 people bring in 3. Everything that we do is built on the basis of mentoring and serving. All of our advancement is mentoring and serving. So you bring in 3 and you help them bring in 3, you're a super affiliate. But there is another qualification for the Founders Club, and you have to come in at the VIP level. You can come in for free. You just have to upgrade. And we're going to have a ticker in the back office. This is going to fill up very, very quickly, because there is a 5% pool of all the profit of the company that we're putting in this 5% pool, and it's going to be shared with the Founders Club for the lifetime of the company, guys. So we're going to ask, this is very, very powerful. So we're going to ask our founders to have a little skin in the game. We're going to ask them to qualify at the VIP, and only 1 position per family. So we don't want somebody to come in and then sponsor the 3 positions with, you know, their wife, their daughter, and their dog. We're just looking, or their cat here and here. So we're looking for 3. We're looking for 1 real position per family. Okay, not to buy the 4, but anyways, and everyone that is on that particular team of 12, 3 plus the 9 under those, the 3, that's 12 people total. They have to have at least the novice position, which is 250. So this is how you qualify. Everybody comes in for free. They're going to love the bot. They will upgrade to the 250 to go from the 30% down to the 20% for every positive trade. And if you're one of the first 1,000 people that do that, you will qualify for the Founders Club and participate in that 5% pool for the life of the company. And we love you guys more than Bitcoin and pizza combined. And we'll close with that.
All right, that's...
Thank you, Coach. Well, I would like to reiterate on what Coach Ken just said. This company is being created to create opportunity to everyone. The one who doesn't do marketing, they can use the bot for free and start generating income, which can lead to financial freedom. The one who is working as a marketer has an opportunity to build a team of marketers who can use this bot and generate residual income for them. Unfortunately, we can't go into details about the compensation plan, but it's so lucrative that it could basically retire anyone. That's how Coach Ken is explaining it, basically. So it's a win-win situation to everyone. We're creating opportunities to everyone. Now we already have around 25 country leaders, and all of them have got like an opportunity to create income for their families and for their loved ones. So guys, I would really like to thank you for spending this time here. And what we're going to go through now is basically the countdown, I think.